Welcome back. You're still watching Your Story. In honouring Mama Albertina Sisulu, nurses in Buffalo City Metro who have a long service and dedication to the health and welfare of the people of the Metro will also be honoured. This forms part of Women's Month as well.
A very good afternoon. Well, certainly the Buffalo City Metro Municipality honoring 35 nurses in the municipality for the contribution they continue to make in the health centers in the Buffalo City. This in honor of the 100th centenary of Mama Sisulu, a nurse by profession who dedicated her life to helping the lesser fortunate and indeed a struggle icon in her own right. But complaints and concerns have come to the forth that she's not being recognized enough as a struggle icon, and in fact many women who fought for the democracy that the country continues to enjoy are not celebrated enough. Their contribution is not being recognized as their counterparts. But I am joined by the Buffalo City Metro Mayor Uxola Phakathi to talk to us about this event. So Dolopo, thank you so much for your time. But let's first start to talk about the contribution that Mama Sisulu played in the struggle. Do you think as the government and the ANC you're doing enough to actually honor her?
No, taking into account the immense contribution that Mama Sisulu made into the political landscape of the country, and as well as her contribution to the African National Congress, that will never be enough to honor her. But we are doing our best to ensure that we keep her memory alive. We are gathered here in recognition of her efforts, in particular, as we all know that Mama Sisulu was a health professional. We are doing what we are doing today in recognition of such efforts.
And this is just the first. Can you expect more events like this in honor of Mama Sisulu from the Metro?
Of course, indeed, this is the first of its kind, honoring Mama Sisulu as a health professional. Remember, we have dedicated 2018 as the year of Tata Mandela and Mama Sisulu. So there will be a series of events towards the end of the year to ensure that we keep her memory alive and her contribution to the struggle for liberation is not forgotten by the people of South Africa.
And indeed, now you are honoring 35 female nurses in the Buffalo City Metro Municipality for their contribution in the health centers in the city. They face a lot of challenges. Are there programs that you have as the city to assist the department in trying to make sure that their work is done in a smooth possible way?
Health issues are a competence of the national government. All what we can do as the city is to lend support to such processes. But the transformation of the health sector is fundamental, and it's proceeding well under the current leadership of the Department of Health. And we're quite comfortable with that. But as the city, we're lending our support as well.
A lot of complaints about the attitude of nurses in hospitals across the province and across the country, and now you are honoring those who go beyond the line of duty. What are you saying to those who do not dedicate their time as much as patients and residents at large would want?
We'll also galvanize others to do the right thing and follow their conscience, follow their own oath as nurses to serve the people. But we cannot paint all of them with one brush. There are those who are behind others, but also they must also be encouraged to do good.
Mayor, thank you so much for your time. And indeed, we cannot paint them all with one brush. We did speak to some of the nurses who have dedicated their lives in serving the people. One of the nurses we spoke to, who is now serving his 40th year in the health sector, saying that all it needs is empathy, sympathy, and understanding of the patients, understanding of their circumstances, of their backgrounds, lives, and that what has brought them into the hospitals, the health facilities, is not by their own doing, and certainly more of them are inside here, and more of them are across the country, across the province at large. Much as there are those who are being complained about to continue to have the attitude that patients find as not easy to deal with in hospitals, but we know that the Department of Health in the province is on a drive to actually deal with those challenges. We know that the province is faced with the shortages of nurses across the province. We know that resources are also a factor in hospitals in the province. But today, 35 of them will be honored to say, keep doing what you are doing. We appreciate, we acknowledge the work that you do, leaving your kids behind and taking care of family members who have lost all hope of a healthy condition, of a healthy body, and now you've dedicated your services for some 42 years and some 45 years, and they continue to strive to actually make a difference in patients' lives and the families of the patients.